Thank you for joining me for this brief tutorial focused on adding a PCS instrument into the ArtelWare application. Let's go ahead and get started. Now, before we begin adding a PCS instrument to the ArtelWare application, your PCS instrument should be connected to the computer already and turned on. It's always important to have the PCS instrument directly connected to the computer that it's going to be working with. If you happen to have a PCS2 or a PCS3 instrument, you'll want to have that instrument set for computer link, ready for command. Now, once you have the PCS instrument directly connected to the computer and it's on the right settings and is turned on, there's a couple of different ways that you can add a PCS instrument to the software. You can click on the Add Instrument shortcut on the Get Started bar, or you can navigate to the configuration icon on the far left side panel, and then go to the Instruments section. For today's video, I'm going to add the PCS instrument from the Add Instrument Get Started shortcut. Let's go ahead and do that. So the moment I select Add Instrument, I'm then asked to select the PCS instrument model that I'm adding and click OK. Now again, as a reminder, every field that has a red asterisk is a required field. Now the instrument ID is the first field that's required. A couple of things to note about the instrument ID. Spaces and special characters are not accepted, but if you forget, it's okay. The software will remind you. Secondly, once you add the instrument ID and you save it, it cannot be edited. So you'll want to be very deliberate about what your instrument ID is and make sure that it's correct, because again, you won't be able to change it. So for today's PCS, I'm going to call it PCS, and then I'm going to add an underscore and enter the PCS's serial number at the end. I have a few different PCSs in my facility, so I want it to be easily identified as to when it's being used. The description field is an optional field, and we don't need to populate that with any information. Now, the location automatically defaults to the first location alphabetically in the location list. But if you click on the ellipsis, you can select a different location. Hawaii sounds like a nice place for a PCS instrument to be. Next, I need to select an owner for this instrument. So if I click on the ellipsis, I'll go ahead and select Operator 1 for the owner of this PCS instrument. Now next is the client computer name field. Now this should automatically be populated because earlier we had your PCS instrument connecting directly to your computer, and hopefully it still is. So the client computer name will automatically be populated. Now, if for some reason the client computer name gets changed, perhaps the computer is re-imaged by IT, or there's a different computer assignment that's provided to that particular PC, you'll want to go back into this instrument setup screen and update that client computer name. But since this is a new entry, we're going to leave it as is. So next, we have to click on the drop-down for the COM port, and we have to determine what COM port the PCS instrument is being recognized on. Now, in this particular case, the instrument is being recognized on COM5. So I'll select COM5 and then click on the Test Connection box. From there, you'll notice that PCS instrument serial number automatically populates, which is good because that means that ArtelWare is communicating with my instrument. From here, I'll go ahead and select Save, and now you'll notice that my PCS instrument is listed. Now, if for some reason you want to deactivate your PCS instrument, you can certainly do that by clicking on the Deactivate icon in the upper right-hand corner. Now, as with many things, you can certainly deactivate your instrument, but then you can also go back in and reactivate by clicking on the filter and show inactive items, and then reactivating that instrument. One really important note that I want to share with you is please do not ever retire your PCS instrument unless you intend not to use it again. Once an instrument is retired in the ArtelWare application, there is not a way to unretire it within the application itself, and you'll need to contact technical support to help you with that. Once you've added your PCS instrument to the ArtelWare application, it's really important that you create a schedule for the calibration of your PCS instrument. Now, PCS instruments should be calibrated every 30 days with the instrument calibrator kit. So it's very, very easy to add a PCS instrument calibration schedule. Simply click on the Schedule section, and then click on the Create New Schedule icon. Go ahead and name your calibration schedule for your PCS. In the Type field, you're going to select Instrument Calibration, and then in the Repeats field, you're going to select every 30 days and from completion date. From there, go ahead and click on the plus sign, and then you can add the PCS instrument that you just created. So you'll select your PCS instrument, you'll enter the first due date, which is likely the date that you're creating the schedule. You'll click OK, and you'll click Save. When we head back to the home screen, we'll see that the PCS instrument is now due. Okay, that concludes our brief tutorial. Do you have additional questions? Please contact us at 1-800-225-4034 option 3 or at support@aicompanies.com. Thank you.